Hello students, hope you are doing good at home. We are studying the next topic of the chapter, or you can call it as the last topic of the chapter, and which is called addiction. Coincidentally, today we have taken all the 3 A's you can call it. Amoebasis, adolescence, and lastly we can call it as addiction, right? AQ we can read it. So now we will start with the addiction. Yes. So as we are starting with an addiction, you can see addiction is what? First of all, we are going to define it. Addiction is the compulsive use, or it is a condition which has been characterized by compulsive use of substance. It is being the compulsive use of substance despite of its harmful consequences. As you can see that when anything, if addicted, right, either it can be alcohol, either it can be tobacco, either it can be drugs, or either it can be anything related to drugs. If we know that harmful consequences of that particular substance, then too we are taking that substance, or we are intake of such type of substance, it is been called as addiction. It is not only regarded to, you can call it as the alcohol or drugs, it can be tobacco, it can be anything. But if we know that they are being harmful for us, and then too we are using it, and the intake of that such substance is being considerably used, yes, we can see that it is definitely addiction. Now, as we are discussing about the addiction, definitely it affects our brain. Yes, and that is why you can see scientifically it has been proven that it affects the neurobiological transmitter, which affects the which helps not helps, it actually forces the brain to take it again and again, right? So it is a type of reinforcement for the substance which is being used, yes, despite of its harmful consequences. Also, you can see that it affects the neurobiological features, as these are the substances which affects our body. Yes, it helps, and actually the main consequences of such things or such substances is as such that it decreases the self-motivation. As it decreases the self-motivation on all the things, or you can see the self-motivation, it becomes self-destructive. Because of that, you can see that automatically the person is going to suffer from this type of addiction. Now, as we are discussing about addiction, so what actually addiction confronts? It confronts the physical, it confronts the physiological, psychological effects on our brain and body in these forms, and their functions of you can see that when the drugs affects the body, yes, when drugs affects the body in these 3 forms, you can observe it affects our body: physical, physiological, and psychological. And because of that, yes, the person is more addicted to such type of addiction or such type of substances. Yes, and now as we are going to discussing about addiction, you can see some of the points I have written about the addiction, and because of that you can see what are the main reasons, what are the main causes. Because of that, the addiction is been increasing day by day. As you can see, addiction is more seen in youth, or you can see is more seen in adolescence. So it is the main reason for the students to study about the addiction. Yes, and that is again it comes into the most important topic of the chapter. Yes, and also it is been related to your type of age. You should know about the education related to such topic is must, so that it is going to make you acquaint that such type of things are definitely have their harmful consequences, and definitely it affects our body in all the 3 forms. And as we are going to start with the next topic related to addiction, so you can see causes of substances. Yes, causes of substances during adolescence. Why the substance is being used during adolescence? Why these drugs, alcohol, and nicotine, cocaine, heroin, such type of substances or the drugs are being used? What are the main reasons because of the adolescents use such type of substances? So the first thing you can see that the lack of communication with parents. Yes, after that the lack of their monitoring, or you can see the family conflict. Also you can see that the favorable behavior with respect to the alcohol and drugs abuse. Yes, so the risk taking behavior. So these are the main points which regarding to this uses of drugs and any other substances. As I'll definitely let you know that when it comes to the lack of monitoring, lack of parental issue, lack of communication, yes, and automatically it makes the adolescent isolated. And when it comes to isolated, it is more favorable. Yes, he is more linked towards such type of harmful substances which we call as addiction. So when it cannot is been not a proper counseling, not a proper communication, not a proper favorable behavior, favorable family behavioral is seen in the family, automatically they are more linked towards the such type of substances, and that is the main reason the adolescents use such type of substances. So what is being needed? What are the measures or what are the methods we can take so that the adolescents should not use such type of substances? So the next point is that we can see the methods and measures to control drug abuse. Methods and measures to control drug abuse in adolescents, and that is going to be first point. We can see prevention is better than cure. Yes, we should be prevented definitely. If we know that it is the substance which is going to have the harmful effects on our body, automatically we should be prevented out of that. And when we'll come to know, yes, that it is the substance which is going to have the harmful effects, automatically we people, as our brain is working, automatically we are not going to take, and that is why the first proverb has been written, prevention is better than cure. Second point, when you can see that it has been related to avoid undue pressure. Yes, the adolescents are having some type of peer pressure under their academics, related to their sports, and are related to other type of activities. When they are under peer pressure, you can see that automatically they are more favor towards such type of addiction. Yes, peer pressure of what? Peer pressure of their parents' aim, their teachers' aim, and their focus, their aim, their particular aim and goal make them more favorable towards the addiction. So it is actually not good for them. Yes, if you know your own capacities related to academics, related to sports, related to other activities, automatically you are going to be avoid such type of thing. Yes, if you are going to avoid your such type of pressure, if you are going to be stress free, automatically you are not going to be more linked towards such type of addiction. The last point is related to that only. You can see that education and counseling is more needed. Education related to such substances automatically not been advised or not been given such type of ideas are being given. So automatically when it is comes to an education, nobody is going to give such type of advice that you should go to and you should be addicted to such type of substance and such type of harmful substance which is good for your health automatically. So definitely, and also you can see when it comes to the education, you can see addiction has been included. It means what? That the students should know about the addiction, they should know about their abuse, they should know their harmful effects, their dependence, and their more consequences on our body. And when they have been educated related to such substance, automatically they are not going to use such type of substances. Also, when it comes to the counseling, you can see that the teachers, their parents, and all the person which can the counselor, they are going to counsel. Then definitely they'll make the adolescents to make them acquaint with their capacity. When they'll make them acquaint with their capacity, yes, make them acquaint with their aim, their goal, and make them acquaint with that such type of substance is not good for their health. Yes, automatically you can see that a person of adolescence is not going to use such type of substance. So also you can see that even counseling is again one important point which make an adolescent acquaint that they should know their capacities regarding to the academics, sports, and other activities. And if they know such type of their capacities, automatically they will be under stress free. Also, you can see they can cope up with all their failures. They can cope up with their energies. They can channelize their energy. They can also overcome with definitely more they can overcome their problems and never know they can actually achieve their aim and goal. So when it comes to the addiction, we have discussed about the two important points related to addiction, that is causes of substance and methods and measures to control drug and abuse. Now we are going to discuss about the drugs abuse, and when it comes to the drug abuse, yes, we can see just now earlier I have told that drugs are mostly being seen in the youth. Yes, they are by the youth, and definitely it has been the it has been the point of concern that a person or an adolescent or the youth should be prevented to take such type of addiction, such type of drug usage, alcohol, and such type of harmful substances. So to stop such type of things, automatically to stop such type of thing, you can see that the point has been included regarding this drug abuse. Now here we are going to see that the drugs which are being abused or which are being used, they are the opioids, cannabinoids, cocaine, and hallucinogens. Yes, and definitely we are going to discuss about these types of drugs. So first of all, we are going to discuss about the opioid receptor present in. Yes, these are the opioid receptor. Definitely when the opioids have been intake, yes, when they have been intake, automatically these are the receptor. The receptor means the central nervous system and gastrointestinal tract. So when these type of central nervous system and GIT they are going to, or gastrointestinal tract, when they recept, automatically it is going to help the body to depress, or automatically the body is going to get slowed down. So here you can see that heroin, yes, heroin, which has been called as smack. The chemical name of this heroin is called as diacetylmorphine. It is a substance which has been obtained from the poppy plant, the latex substance, which we call as a sticky substance. Now these latex, which has been, or the latex or the sticky substance which has been obtained from the flower, we call as, or the plant we call as Papaver somniferum. The name of the plant is Papaver somniferum. From what? From the heroin is been extracted, or you can see the latex form is been extracted from the heroin. Latex which is been secreted from such type of plant which contains what? Which contains the heroin. Automatically, if the person is taking an heroin, yes, intake of such type of heroin, it is going to act as depressed. Also, it is going to slow down the activity. As you can see, the whole behavior when it comes to the drug abuse, you can see that it is a type of unreversible behavior. It means what? After the use of substance, the behavior is as it is. So it is just a period of time, instant period of time. It is make them feel relief, or they are going to feel depressed, or they are going to feel good, or they can feel that a pleasure type of thing. So automatically it is just for the instant period of time. So when it comes to drug abuse, it is a type of unreversible behavior. Yes. Now the next point which we are going to discuss after opioids, that is going to be the cannabinoids. Yes, cannabinoids, again it comes from the flower, we can call as cannabis sativa. Here you can see that it interacts with the receptor, and the receptor are cardiovascular system. The receptor are cardiovascular system. The cannabinoids are obtained from the inflorescence and the parts of cannabis sativa, which I have told now that the cannabinoid is the drug which has been obtained from the flower, we call as cannabis sativa. Even more drugs have been named. They are marijuana, charas, hashish, ganja. These are the more drugs which are the different forms of the drug which have been obtained from the flower, or the, you can call it as the inflorescence. Next we are going to discuss about the cocaine. Cocaine has been called as an alkaloid obtained from coca plant, and the name of plant is Erythroxylum coca, which increases the level of neurotransmitter dopamine. Yes, automatically it is a type of feature, a neurobiological feature. Yes, here you can see that it affects us, it makes the person to force, or it is a type of reinforcement to take such type of drugs. So here you can see that the neurotransmitter dopamine is what it makes them to force reinforcement type of substance, which makes them to just have to take such type of drug. Yes, also you can see that excessive dosage cause extreme happiness, irritability, and paranoia. So these are the consequences as well which we are discussing with drugs. And the last we are going to discuss, that is going to be the hallucinogens. Mind expanding, yes, we can call as the mind expanding drugs. So again they comes into alkaloids. We have discussed that two comes in the alkaloids. Yes, alkaloids causing daydreaming, lysergic acid and cannabis sativa, and hallucinogens are the substance. Like it means what? We can include these hallucinogens with cocaine. Yes, they are having the same type of substances. Also, you can see they all are having again some substances like Atropa, belladonna, and Datura species. Even they are the substances which are related to hallucinogenic substances, right? So even they comes in what? They comes in the same type of drugs which we call as cocaine and hallucinogens. So in all we can see that addiction, yes, we have seen the causes, the methods, the drug abuse which are not good for health, and lastly we are going to discuss about the addiction and dependence. First of all, when it comes to the addiction, you can see that addiction is what? It is a type of an reversible behavior. If a person knows that he or she is taking, yes, the type of substance which is not good for health, and then too they are taking, it is in a compulsive use. Yes, it is just because that not a proper counseling. Yes, and also such type of behavior make them, yes, also such type of behavior make them to depend on such type of substances. Such type of addiction, yes, make them to what? Make them type of an dependence. Yes, not a proper education, not a proper counseling. Yes, and if they know it is going to self-destruct them, yes, they inherit their behavior, yes, they are being affected due to this, their physical, their physiological, their psychological effects make them depend on such type of substances. Yes, here when you can see that when a person is dependent on such type of addiction, when a use is being stopped, you can see it is being characterized by some type of manifest which we call as a withdrawal syndrome. Yes, you can observe that if a person is not going to or it is going to stop such type of substance, he or she can suffer from the nausea, trembling, anxiety, such type of fear. Yes, and if when they are not using such type of substance, they are suffering from such type of consequences. After the use, definitely they are going to feel a relief. So it is a type of what? When it comes to the addiction, it is a type of dependence which has been observed in the person. Yes, automatically they have been correlated. Addiction and dependence, they are correlated with each other, where you can see that it affects the body totally. Automatically, as it affects the body totally, you can see their consequences as well. Lastly, when you can see the effects of addiction, yes, affection of addiction and prevention and control, I'll let you know that you are going to study this topic, and they are very easy topic, and that is why I have given you to study this topic of effects and prevention. Effects are what? When you are using, definitely, why if you are using, you are going to lose your a stable relationship with your family, friends. Yes, you are going to be poor for in your academics. You are going to grow on the wrong way or the wrong path. If you are not going to get the drugs, you are going to do the gambling. Yes, you are going to do the gambling and all such behavior which are actually not good, and automatically it actually affects the body as well. You are going to suffer from such some type of disease like HIV or ill diseases or many things. Yes, so these are the points you can include in the effects, and when prevention and control, you can see that definitely we should not use such type of substance which are having such type of consequences in our body. So when we are discussing about effects and consequences, I believe you can easily study at home on your own. The thing is what you just have to point out. You just note down some points related to it, and it is as easy as you can see. Just you have to learn the whole topic related to it. Now, as we can see that you have discussed the topic of addiction. By this we have completed the chapter of. You can call it as the topic which I have completed the topic, and definitely madam is also going to complete the topic of immunity. So we are going hand in hand, automatically the whole chapter is going to get complete. Yes, in the next video we are going to start with the new chapter. Yes, till then it has been expected from all of you to study at home. Thank you.